Coffee Break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a tutorial and I kind of thought to myself, what have you been thinking? Because you have not done a tutorial in a really long time. And let's be honest, I'm a professional makeup artist, so I should be doing... Did you guys get that? Did you get the sarcasm? So I haven't done a tutorial in a really long time and I don't know why. So today I'm here with a Vice 3 tutorial. You guys, my Vice 3 has literally nuzzled its way into the warmest corner of my heart. I have fallen in love with this palette. Literally, of all the Vice palettes that have come out, this one is the best one. And if I were ever to recommend one, because it's actually that good and usable, I would say go with the Vice 3. And I keep pointing at it, but I'm not showing it to you. So this is the Vice 3. You've probably seen a bunch of videos on it already, which is why I'm not really gonna do one. Unless you really want me to, then I'll do it. But it is just so good. Look at how beautiful the colors are organized. Vice palettes have never organized, like Urban Decay has never organized their palettes. Their Vice palettes are notoriously scrambled. Like there's just colors everywhere. But look at how they did it this year. Like you see all these shimmery, cool tone neutrals. Then you have these beautiful pink and cranberry colors. These warm golden bronzy shades. Then you have these beautiful like aqua bluish green. And then of course these beautiful mattes. These neutral mattes. This is like every transition shade for every skin tone of the universe of life. It's just a great palette. When I saw the price tag, I was like, oh, $60. For some reason, I don't feel bad spending like $45, $50 on a palette, but when it's like 60, it feels like I'm getting hit in the head, you know? But I'm glad I let them hit me in the head. So, if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this beautiful sparkly cranberry goodness, then please keep watching. First thing I'm going to do is prime my eye, and I already did that, and I used MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is the yellow toned one. Then I'm going to take a giant shader brush like this one from bdellium Tools. This is the 778. And I'm going to dip it into the color Truth from the Vice 3 palette. That's this top shade right here. And I'm just going to apply that to the brow bone and then kind of drag it down. Whatever's left over on the brush, just bring it down. And it's going to help blend all our colors together. Basically, it just creates a soft powdery surface so that all your shadows can blend nicely. Then I'm going to take this other brush from bdellium Tools, 785. This is a giant blending brush, like giant. And I'm going to dip it into the color Undone. And that is this color, ooh, this color right here. And this is just a really pretty transition shade. It kind of reminds me of Urban Decay's Naked or Buck. And so we're just going to loosely and kind of liberally place that onto, I guess above the crease because it's our transition shade. Just like that. After we're done with this color, we're going to go into a Maybelline color tattoo. And I think this color has gotten discontinued, which means they no longer make it. But you can still find it really cheap, I think like $2 or $3. And this is in the color Pomegranate Punk. It looks like that. It's not the best color tattoo. In fact, this is the first time I use it and I'm a little disappointed. It's not very impressive. I'm just going to take a sponge tip applicator, the ones that come in eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid. And I have to go in a couple of times because you'll see it doesn't really show up. And I've tried to use my finger. That's the first thing I tried to do, and it's a really hard color to build up. The problem with the Vice 2 is if you're not using the eyeshadows wet, you will get fallout. And because my whole face is already done, I want to keep a brush on standby so that if I have any sort of fallout, I can easily wipe it away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat shader brush like the one from e.l.f. that I always use and some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to wet my brush. I like to wet my brushes first when I'm going to wet an eyeshadow rather than grabbing the eyeshadow and then wetting it. I know in the long term it's not best for your eyeshadow itself, but I like the way that it applies better. And I'm going to dip it into the color Sonic. That's this color right here. And that's going to go all over my lid. And I have to go back and forth a couple of times. I would say a good 2 or 3 times to really build up the color the way I want it to. And this is actually just the base color because you see my eye is glittery. It has like a glittery... Actually, I grabbed enough color where I'm not going to need to go in again. I must have really attacked my eyeshadow. So just pack that color on, and you don't have to be very neat up here at the top because we're going to add an additional 2 more colors. I'm going to take a different blending brush. This is my MAC 217, and I'm going to dip that into Alchemy. That's this cranberry hot pinkish type color, and that's going to go in the crease right above this cranberry shade that we just applied. Can you guys see the fallout already? So like I said, keep that powder brush on hand. Or what you could do, like me, I like to over powder my under eye. Like, I mean, legit over powder. When I apply it, you see like dust flying everywhere. And so I over powder, that way if I ever have any fallout, I can just wipe it off very easy. So I do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with the giant fluffy blending brush, dip that back into Undone, and kind of soften out a little bit of that pink. It's a little bit too pink for me, but it's a perfect color for this look. I just don't like it to look so pink. So I kind of tone it down or cool it down with this neutral brown color. And I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, and this one's again by bdellium Tools. I have been loving their brushes. This is 780, and I'm going to dip it into Bondage. This is a really dark, almost like a blackened cherry. And that's going to go right in the crease. I like to apply it barely touching my eye because I'm the worst blender. So if I do it barely touching my eye, it makes it a lot easier for me to blend in the end. So you can see it adds a little bit more dimension. So I add that dark color right there. And then I take my MAC 217, the smaller fluffy brush that we were using, and then soften out or blend out that dark color. Just like that. And by now, your eyes should match. So you kind of look in the reflection. You see how your eyes look? Are they matching? They're pretty matchy to me. Now we just do the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take whatever is left over on this fluffy shader brush, and I'm going to reapply whatever is left onto my lid, and then I'm also going to apply it to my lower lash line. Oh, before I forget, take whatever is left on here, that neutral brown, and you kind of want to dust it down here. So it's not such a stark difference between the colors that we're going to add. So apply that, and then take that pencil brush, and whatever is left of Bondage, that really dark color, you kind of connect your lower lash line to the top color up here that we added to the outer V. And because that is such a dark color, then you take whatever is left on your e.l.f. shader brush and you run it, kind of pulling the two colors together. Now for the fun part, we're going to take a ColourPOP Color Shock shadow. You guys, you need every single color of these shadows. They're $5 each. Like, yes, they're $5 each. MAC sells these for $16 a piece. Is it $16 or $21? Regardless, you could get like 5 color, okay, I'm terrible at math, but these are so incredible, and they change every look so significantly. So I'm going to take my ring finger and dip it into this color. This is called Sequin, and I'm going to pat that onto the center of my lid and working my way towards my inner corner and then up to the crease. So it's almost like a top coat. It's like a glittery top coat that we're adding to the shadow. The reason we use the Vice palette as the base is to get that really rich cranberry, because if I were just to add this to the lid, it really wouldn't be as opaque. It would still be cranberry, but it wouldn't be as opaque. So you guys see the difference? Now it just has this whole new glittery, newborn baby tears, unicorn, fluffy tail, magicness. Whole other dimension. You know what I mean? Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my Milani liquid eye. I haven't used this in a while, you guys. I was all about the L'Oreal Silkasim, and I forgot about this little guy. I'm going to tightline and apply it to my waterline. So we applied the Milani liquid eye to our tightline and our waterline, and then we're going to apply a couple of coats of mascara. A mascara that I've been loving is the one from Tarte, and this is the Gifted mascara. So I'm going to apply a couple coats of this, and then I'm going to apply my newest obsession, which are my Esqido lashes in VOILA Lash. Like, you guys don't understand how beautiful these lashes are. Let me show you. You see that? Like, if God gave me these lashes, I would never wear makeup. I would just go around taking selfies of my lashes. Like, this is, look at how amazing these are. And the best part is I could use them like 40 times. So I could pretend God gave me those lashes. So I'm going to apply mascara, lashes, and I'll be right back. And that is the completed look. What do you guys think? If you guys are curious as to what else is on my face, I'm wearing the Gellar blush in Pink Grapefruit. This has been one of my favorites since last year. It's one of my fall staples. I absolutely love this blush. I'm also wearing the Mercier highlight in Spellbound, and unfortunately this was limited edition last year, so I don't know if you'll still be able to find it. It's just a really pretty, almost like a subtle rose gold highlight. You know how I feel about my highlights, so I'm basically wearing it all over my face, like a setting powder. No. And as far as my lips go, you probably want to stay tuned for a special announcement that I have coming up, but this is definitely going to be the announcement, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I think that's it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As always, I will list all of the items that I used. I think I'm going to start listing brushes too, because I've been using these bdellium tools. They're new from what I normally use, so I know for some of you, you may not know the numbers. So I think I'm going to list the tools that I used as well, and then all the products that are on my face, unless I die, and then all the products that I used on my face, not just my eyes. I will also list them in the description box below. As always, if you guys found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!